Hi guys, it's me, it's MPD, and welcome to Shadowrun Hong Kong. Let's see, what time are we here in the UK? We are at midnight here in the UK, so that means this game has come out 6 hours ago here. I'm assuming it was a universal launch. I'm going to turn the music down a little bit, but whoops, wrong button. I'm going to turn the music down a little bit because it seems very loud. It sort of reminds me of Miss Pandaria a little bit, but with that Shadowrun sound that I've grown to expect from the other previous games. The game was made by Harebrain Studios. This is the third game. Game 1 was just called Shadowrun Returns. You might remember it was kind of a big deal on Kickstarter when that came out. Whenever that came out, I really should have looked at the dates before I went into this. The second game, which in my opinion is the far better game, Dragonfall, Shadowrun Dragonfall. You can check that out, both of those games out on Steam if you are interested. If you're going to play them both, I'd definitely recommend playing them in the order that they came out, unlike me, who very foolishly played Dragonfall first and then was disappointed a little bit by the first game. But yeah, let's just go into the game here. What I'm probably going to do is there'll be some manner of tutorial mission, some sort of that eases you into the gameplay, and of course character creation. So let's put it on normal. Confirm. Tip, you can. Oh, okay. Let's see. Last time I was a human male on Dragonfall. I was a female elf on the first game. So let's go male orc. And with these things, I tend to always go Decker. But what we're actually, I will make a Decker, so you can choose these presets here. You've got Street Samurai, that's your basic little like fighty dude. You've got Mage, which does what it says on the tin. Deckers they're all about hacking there. You can see Deckers use a cyber deck to jack into the Matrix, the worldwide information grid and computer network. By projecting their minds into the electronic world, Deckers can find secrets others keep hidden away. These programs and expert systems to fight off protections that mega corporations place in their way. You've got a Shaman, which, as you can see on screen there, they draw their magic from a totem spirit. There's a pretty cool NPC in the game. You saw her on the first page. She's a rat shaman, so we'll leave her at that. So you'll see some shaman playing my team. Rigger is kind of like a Decker. They control robots with their brain. There's also a very cool Rigger, NPC. That will be showing you the gameplay there, and then a physical adept there, sort of like mages, but instead of casting spells, they channel their magic into punching. They're like punch mages, for lack of a better term. So let's, yeah, orc. Let's go around them. But before we do anything, oh no, that's female. Let's go. Oh, okay, those models are way better. The orcs in the previous two games were very chunky. Let's have a look at the trolls. The trolls have slimmed down a lot as well. I've got to look at all the models, and then there's portraits as well. So excite. Elf, because as you can see here, you can be. That's cool. That's very cool. I love these portraits, they are so badass. Dwarf, that looks better than it used to. Orc, yeah, let's go orc and let's just go through some of these portraits. That's badass. That's also pretty cool. Some of these ones are recycled from the previous game. Kinda like that one too. Yeah, this is what the orcs used to look like, and their model sort of reflected this sort of portrait going on here a lot more. So they've Rastafarian orcs. I'm gonna go with this. I'm gonna go with this trick. I'm gonna unlock this because as you can see, my model changed every time. Maybe you can't. Where's my? I'm not too sure where my camera is. My camera. You should be able to see the model, or at least most of the model. But with this locked, as you change your portrait, the model will change to best reflect the portrait. It's not 100% match, but it's close enough. But I'm gonna unlock that. I just wanna change the skin tone a little. Let's go with Caucasian orc female. Sarah Mohawk, the tie back hair, fancy wig. No, when I cycle back to there we go, I think we're just going to go with that. Okay, let's continue to the stats. Spend your karma. Karma represents the experience characters earn while running the shadows, achieving goals. Karma is used to increase attributes and skills. An attribute or skill rating can be increased by spending your karma equal to the next increment of that rating. Thus improving your body from 4 to 5 requires 5. You have some karma available now to customize your character. So I've got 55. Ooh. Oh, I don't know. Hand razor weapons. Oh, this changes everything. Yeah, in Shadowrun, in the first game, no, in the second game, there was an NPC called Glory, and she had hand razors. They do what they say they do on the tin. Oh, this changes a lot, but no, we're still going Deku. We're going to go Deku. Okay, so I wanna. That's nice. I'd like to turn it off, but it's nice. Let's go 3 first. I'm gonna grab that, and grab that. Can I crit the Renraku? I might come back to that. That might be useful. Wisdom. Willpower, used to calculate the chance to hit with spells, help boost resistance against certain magical attacks. So I've got to 2 there. Charisma is useful because you get various etiquettes that give you different dialogue options. So see, yeah, here I'm going to take Shadowrunner etiquettes. Yeah, I'm going to go Shadowrunner because I'm going to go to 4. And then I'm going to take Corporate, as I have the feeling that that might pay off in the game. Strength, used to calculate the chance to hit with melee and thrown weapons, increase the damage value of melee weapons, also determines how far a grenade can be thrown. So generally for an orc this is a fairly high stat. Oh, but Kung Fu, maybe for a second playthrough, maybe the second playthrough. Quickness is what I want, because this is where guns are. Can't be running the shadows without guns, so I'm gonna go up to there. I'm gonna take some dodge, because that's gonna be useful. And I want up to here because as you can see the bar going down, that is as high as your things can go. So I think I'm gonna go with a rifle. So I want to go up to 3 for now. I've still got 8 points. So let's go back in here, because eventually I'm going to want this. Decking, oh no, of course it's, because that's the best cyber deck in the game. What do these do? This is rank 9, it is beyond the maximum of orcs, which is 8. That's not good. Can I afford, I don't know if I can afford these things. I'm going to take something in biotech, especially that one so I can see the enemy HP. I think that's going to be useful when deciding who I want to shoot. And I should... I've got 5 points left. I've got rifle 4. I've got a lot of charisma. I could put that in int and then have a... don't know about this. I think I really have chose the wrong... No, I don't care, it's role-playing. It's role-playing. It's all role-playing, it's good. I'm going to take some strength. No, I'm not going to take strength. I'm going to take some more body, because that is my hit points. I think these are only for your cyber weapons, which is melee, and I don't think I need that. Because I'll be having cyberware, because cyberware is cool. I'm gonna dump these in. What is ESP control? Oh, okay, that's pretty good. I should take that. And I've got one karma which will, I believe, carry on into the game for me. Don't want to put it in strength. Yeah, let's call it that. Let's call it that. Confirm. You haven't spent karma. Are you sure you want to finish character creation and start the game? You may spend karma later on at any time by accessing the character screen. Okay, that's cool. In the I know in the RPG, at least in 5th edition, you can only take a certain amount of karma into the game with you, and a certain amount of starting money and such. Let's move a little closer to my desk. Okay, let's confirm. First name. Oh shit. I'm really bad with these. So let's say she's one of those Western devils that's going to run the shadows in Evelyn. Because that's how they spell it in the future. The future of the 80s. Okay, no. Amelia Brooke is what her actual name will be. But on the streets, she will be known as... See, street names in Shadow... Oh, hey, it's Snapple. You probably can't see a lot of that because my game cam, everyone loves game cam. But street names are probably something like Leet Source. We won't be Leet Source because that is ridiculous. So she is going to take the name Trajan. Trajani. Trajani will be her name. No, it won't. See, if I was making like a melee dude, he'd be called New FC. It's like the UFC, but it's new because it's from the future. Nufk. Names are really hard. I know. Underdog. But because she is so Leet. And Leet is at least in the RPG, is a language that you can be fluent in. She's Leet, so that's a 0 there. And because Watchdog /dog, like Watch Dogs, because Leet and hacking. Amelia Brooke, Underdog. And I guess she's sort of like a runty orc as well with her low strength, so that may be a name that she adopted for herself. It seems very much like an anarchist sort of hacker handle sort of thing, and that was a big theme in the previous game. Let's see if it will be from this one. What have I done? Here we go. Harebrain Schemes Production. That's what I hope that's what I said that the company was called. If it's not, that's the name of the company. Ooh. That was fucking cool. I have no idea what happened, but that's a first for this line of games. That sort of cinematic thing going on there, and the voice acting. Really like the art style as well. And I noticed the pyramid in the temple, if memory serves for my Shadowrun lore, and if I'm wrong, hard landing. I've got to remember that. Episode 1, hard landing. Oh shit, I should read this. Raymond Black, the old man gave you a home once. Took you and Duncan off the gang-ridden streets of the Barrens. The Barrens is outside of what we call New York now. Sheltered, educated, slapped sense into you both until you almost resemble productive members of society. And then you took off, left it all behind, landed behind bars for a time, tried to start a new life after that. It's been 8 years since you've heard Raymond's voice, until out of the blue you get a cryptic message, a plea for help. Meet me in Hong Kong right away. And why's your account? Enough New Yen. New Yen is the sorry to interrupt here. New Yen is the currency. It's the Japanese yen, but it's new. But because it's cool in the future of the 80s, it's new like new metal is new, as opposed to spelling it properly. Anyway, enough New Yen to pay for the flight and then some. The descent is rough. A squall comes out of nowhere, sending a solid sheet of rain punching into the suborbital transport. With a ragged shudder, the plane finally skids to a halt at the edge of Cheklapcock. Tarmac? That can't be. Cheklapcock? I don't know. An hour and an interminable number of emotionless security checkpoints later, you hail a water taxi to Victoria Harbour. Hong Kong looms ahead, pulsing with energy. Shall continue. Okay, I'm auto-saved, yeah. That's what we like to see. Okay, so here's my character sheet. I've got a karma that I can spend. Here's my inventory. I've got my cyber deck, I've got a gun, I've got a grenade, a health kit, and this trade. Oh, I've got my team. I've got Duncan's with me and Carter, whoever the fuck those guys are. Well, Duncan's my bro, clearly. And Cyberware, all deckers and riggers get this for free. Data jackets, basically, it's a port in your head that you plug things into, and you'll see down here it says Essence 5.5. That's a representation of my soul. The more cyberware that you have, the more machine you are, the less soul you have. I doubt the game would let you go below 1, or well, below 0, but if that were to happen, you die, basically. So let's have a look. Let's have a look at what these dudes are. Duncan, pretty cool orc, military looking dude. He's got a rifle. He's also got some shit that he won't let. I assume it's padlocked because I can't trade it, because I think that these characters may die horribly. And Carter, female elf, wizard, mage of some description, strip armor, heal wound, mana ball, aim's a pretty good spell. Trained by Lone Star. Okay, Lone Star is a police corporation. Okay, you step from the churning of the water taxi to the ponderous rocking of the docks, your stomach lurching at the transition. As soon as you're clear, the captain nods once and steers the small craft back into the harbour. The man never said a word, just handed you a warm brown duffel bag when you stepped on board, filled with gear, some stiff new body armour and a note. Better safe than sorry. D. Above the smog thick clouds hang the low... No, let's start that sentence again. Above the smog thick clouds hang low in the sky, reflecting the lights of the city in a nauseating swirl. The winds change direction more than once, creating a heady stew of aromas, diesel, Cecil's, street food, and filth. It's all you can do to keep your in-flight meal where it belongs. Two figures stand waiting in the dim light of the pier. The first is an orc, lean, with in-your-face muscles and a jaw made to break fists. The second is an elf, one hand resting casually against her hips. Raymond Black is nowhere to be seen. Well, don't you look like shit? Duncan Wu, the closest thing you had to a brother. You haven't seen the man in 8 years. Still as charming as ever. He grins. Green's not really your colour, Amelia. Doesn't go with that nice new armour I got you. As you open your mouth to respond, something shifts alarmingly in your stomach. A liquid, bubbling sensation. Any of these I'm gonna throw up on him, I get the feel. So, but I've got body 3, so I've got this option available to me. I'm gonna tough it out. Don't know what you're talking about. It must be the harbour lights messing with you. Must be. Guess you've still got your old fortitude at least. He laughs. Considering how much synthahol we used to put down, I'd be surprised if you couldn't handle a little chop. Synthahol. Synthetic alcohol for the masses. Anyway, we gotta go find Raymond. Find Raymond? I thought he'd be here. Never showed up. He's still got that same baritone rasp. Am I baritone? Baritone. I guess he's a baritone. Had it since he was 12. We were developed early. Did you try him on the com? No. Just been walking around the docks shouting his name. He says this as a joke, but there's a note of concern in his voice. I've been trying to find him for the last hour. Trying him for the last hour, sorry. No answer. You worried? Yeah, I'm worried. Boo rubs his head. He's an old man, and he's out there alone somewhere. 65 isn't old, Duncan. Of course not, but... The old bows his head. His voice sounds far away. He's not the same, Amelia. Raymond hasn't been himself in a long time. Ooh, how so? No, the Raymond that I remember was a bit distant to begin with. This is different. He's been restless. Staying in his study, inside his own head a lot. He barely sleeps anymore. I've been worried about him, but I haven't figured out what to do about this. I guess these guys should probably... Duncan know, because he's from the States, but some of these characters are meant to have Hong Kong, like Chinese accents, and I can't do that. I'm not Rioris, and I'm not going to bother trying, so you're going to have to bear with me, guys. Very sorry. He looks up at you and shrugs. And I didn't have a sister to turn to, hell. Wasn't too sure you were even alive still, until Raymond managed to track down your number. The woman standing beside him breaks in. We should get going, Duncan. Head back to the meeting point in case your dad shows up. Copy that, Sarge. They're wearing Lone Star body armour. Looks like Duncan Wu's gone private police. Ooh, you his partner? Unfortunately, yes. Although partner's not the right word for it exactly. I like superior officer better. She grins. I let him carry my coffee for me, write my parking tickets, that kind of thing. Woman taps her chest with an arm and finger. Carter. I figured I could use some backup. Didn't know what Brad got himself into, and I wasn't sure you were going to show up. It's a tossed-off remark, but there's an undercurrent of resentment in it. What, bitch, you got something to say? Huh? Woo? Nope. He shakes his head. Hey, look, I'm glad you're here, Amelia. Seriously, but I'm going to need some time to get used to having you around again. Been a while since I've heard from you. Know what I mean? Memories of sleepless nights and lockups flash by, wondering if you'd ever see Duncan or Raymond again. Wondering if you even wanted to. There's the intrigue. What is going on? And then, stepping out into the daylight, suddenly free, the fallout of some obscure corporate restructuring. A few hundred new yen worth of apology from your former jailers, and a decision to start a new life, to leave the past behind. All of it. Until now. I have my reasons. Can we leave it at that for now? Who stares at you, his goggles reflecting the harbour lights. Sure. Man of action is Wu, I feel. He scans the waterfront, frowning. Let's just find Raymond. He was supposed to meet us at the plaza on the other side of the pier. The sooner we find him, the sooner you can all go to a big happy family reunion over dinner, Carter grins. And the sooner I can find a place to get a drink around here. Damn right. Get some drinks. Ahead of you, Hong Kong rises serpent-like from the sea, government and megacorp called together, writhing in their basket of Institutionalized corruption. No one can tell where the snake's body ends and its tail begins. That's what Raymond used to say. Duncan turns and starts down the pier. Carter follows. Except not really, because they're following me. Ooh, okay, let's have a look around. Keep the team alive. Yeah, have I got a... Head to the meeting location, keep the team alive. Is my objective. What is in here? The fresh construction is expanding the harbour out into the water. Corporate interests can afford to create new streets. Are there any more clickies? Love me a clicky. That will probably open up later. I'll get some sort of key. That's where I need to go. Locked gate. Let's go. The guard shack at the end of the pier is dark and empty. Duncan gives the gate a push, but it doesn't budge. Huh. Well, that was open earlier. Duncan frowns. Looks pretty solid. Who is this and what is insurgency? Maybe if you bang your head against it hard enough it'll open. Ha. Maybe. He squints into the guard shack. Strange that there's no one here though, isn't it? Carter shrugs. Who knows? It's Hong Kong. Not exactly sure how things work around here. So yeah, these guys are they're probably from the States. Lone Star started off in what is Texas? Come on, rookie. We can cut through the construction site. I hate it when you call me that. Ooh, why have I got a gun up here? I love this game. I really do. I really like the art style that they've used in it. Ooh, what is this? Security checkpoint. Oop. The gate is locked, but the nearby control panel appears accessible. Carter pulls it open with a metallic screech that pierces your skull, sending a new wave of pain down to your churning stomach. She examines the control panel for a moment, then throws Will a backward glance. It looks like there's another way off the docks on the other side of the gate. I think you can bypass the lock. Intelligence. Let me take a crack at that. Yeah, move, bitch. This is a civilian area and the security's light. You bypass the door circuit with ease. The gate rattles open. I feel there's going to be some sort of fight soon. Movements! Shouting in Cantonese! More Cantonese! Too quick to catch. The group on the dock was fishing a package out of a speedboat when you surprised them. Now the package is at the bottom of the bay, and the speedboat is disappearing into the distance. They close on you, red-faced and yelling. The light of the harbour glints off their weapons as they approach. Gangsters. The leader shouts something in Cantonese, but it's too fast to make out. You're rusty. It's been years since Raymond's house, and the language lessons wouldn't end. The old man never spoke anything but his native language at home. Wu speaks with authority. His Cantonese is as solid as ever. He never let it drop. You guys doing some late night fishing? Tattooed gunman. Smuggler smile. Also an orc. A lot of orcs. Oh yeah. We're fishing for assholes. You're gonna need some better bait. All you're gonna catch with that is trouble. While you're pointing at the weapons. I whispered to Duncan. Steven, do they teach you that in Rent-A-Cop school? He turns to you with a smile, starting on his face, then he thinks better of it, turns back to the smugglers. Who flashes his badge. Lone Star, put the guns down. The smuggler squints at Wu's badge, then smiles at his friends. Never seen a badge like that before. Either it's fake, or you're some kind of security guard. He grasps his rifle. Either way, this ends the same. I think he's done talking. Now. Turn-based combat. Oh, I know how to do this. Okay, so each character will have action points too. Each action takes. Action, it's sort of reminiscent of XCOM. XCOM is a pretty good example, and I can see my percentages. And if I mouse over them, I can see the health because I have that thing. So what I'm going to do with one action, I'm going to and try this. Use my computer skills to make him easier to shoot with my gun. Powerful, a powerful shot. Now I guess there's some logic to sort of, what can she do? Health kits, mana ball, a magical explosion that pierces up to 2 armor. That's an AP2, action point 2 spell, so let's not do that. Let's go with cast power bolt. For now I'm gonna, ooh, I like that animation as well. That's pretty nice, pretty nice looking. Oh that's their turn, and now they shoot at me and they shoot my other guys. So that's fine. Also got a wizard. That's not good. That fully automatic fire. Bam, dead. Semi-automatic fire. That this thug. This isn't good because, yeah, he's, ooh, no. Certain attacks will drain action points. I don't think I have one. Could I grenade them? No, there's no point grenading them when I could just do this. I really like this music. You can sort of tell it's sort of like an Asian spin on the previous game's battle music. Okay, yeah, so what we're going to do here, we're going to heal Wound first, because I'm winning for 7. So that'll put me up there. Then what I'm going to do is kill this dude. In the face. Can I do this? So I got the ammo. I don't have ammo for that. I can do this though, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to reload for 1. Take an aim shot. Do you think those guys were Triad? Not sure. Don't recognise their tattoos. Ooh, what is this? An illegal street drug. Ah, Taco. Okay, so it's kamikaze is a drug, combat drug, and I guess Taco is the like street version of kamikaze. I'm gonna take that, and then I'm gonna do one of these checkpoints. Another gate panel. This one's been vandalised and busted up good. A real nightmare of a repair job. Woos stares at the fence, considering loops and walls of razor wire glitter in the lamplight. Looks edged with monofilament. The corporations here don't screw around. Why don't we just cut ourselves an opening? She shakes her head. Even if you could, it'd snap back on you. Ever seen a high tension wire whip through a human body? You don't want to. We aren't touching it. How about it, Carter? Think you can get the gate open? What do you think? She's giving him a sly wink. It'll take me a few minutes though. Frowning, she leans in to get a closer look at the mangled fuse box. A few seconds later she starts pulling wires and yanking fuses, a look of intense concentration on her face. I thought she was a mage. In Cantonese, Amelia. He sounds like Raymond when he does that. The pen of my aunt is sitting on the end table. Satisfied? You gonna be a dick about this, Amelia? We're in Hong Kong. Only Cantonese from now on. Just like when we lived at Raymond's house. Those endless jewels are about to pay off. I really don't... just like a Raymond's. He nods once satisfied, then turns his back and scans the horizon. At least you can still handle yourself in a fight. So, you're a Lone Star, huh? That's right. Aren't you wondering what I've been up to for the last 8 years? Nope. He so knows. The silence between you gets louder, heavier. Then it's broken by a sudden wailing screech. Wu's hand goes to his holster. The screech is replaced by the sound of grinding wheels. Glancing over to the console, you see Carter grunting back at you. Got it! So I guess that's open now. Carter's voice has changed so many times over the course of this, but I'm not expecting it to... I guess maybe that shows me how many weapons I have, I don't know. Yeah, not expecting Carter to be alive, or with the party at least, for much longer. The light from nearby vendor's stall stabs into your eyes, triggering a throbbing ache in the back of your skull. You stop short, squinting as rough voices drift in on the wind. Where is everyone else? Where's the damn shipment? Haven't seen them yet. We just got here. Long Wee's probably waiting for us, so we can haul it out the boat for him, that lazy bastard. Let's just hang out here. Let him find us. Looks like we're on a stroll through Smuggler Central. Those gangsters don't know we're here. We could probably just slip past. Or we could clip them. They're already looking for us. Might be better to take them out now, while we got the element of surprise on our side. Well, unaware hostiles are on screen. Press the unholster button to enter turn-based combat mode. I wonder how... Oh, I kinda... No. Fuck these guys. Fuck him most of all. Here's a health kit. And then I'm gonna go... aim on... Wu! Street Mage, Tattooed Smuggler, so let's... There's an expression in the Shadowrun universe, it's Geek the Mage. We gotta geek them mages, gotta kill the mages first, because mages can do horrible things. I mean, I'm very sorry guys, but for the most of this game I'm probably just going to be using full auto fire, because why would I do anything else? Why would I do anything else, indeed? Eventually I'll get to a point where... Ooh, I want the bike. I want this. Oh, okay, cool. Take a med kit, that'd be useful. When it gets to points where I can do decking as well, and do other cool things, and have cooler teammates, this is get a bit more interesting to watch. I want to move the... I can only move it from this angle? That's ridiculous. I gain 1 karma. Game saved. I like that that sort of unaware target things and unholstering your weapon. That's new as well. Let's see what this is. $62 or new yen rather. I'm rich beyond my wildest dreams. Well, that guy is clearly no good. Okay, so Husky Troll. That looks like the rat shaman whose name I can't remember, and that is Isabel, also spelt like... There's no text box in this, this isn't my... That's Isabel, who's a dwarf decker, who will be in my party, and this is some sort... I don't know who that is, but let's head to the meeting location. Crossing the street you can make out 4 shadowy figures loitering in the plaza ahead. Troll, orc, dwarf, elf. 2 men, 2 women. They're different from the smugglers on the dock, alert, poised, professional. By me. You can see that they made a token attempt to conceal their weapons. The unspoken message is clear. We're strapped. Mind your manners. Who stands up tall, takes the amused tone he gets whenever he's standing toe to toe with someone bigger. Someone who doesn't know they're about to go down. Evening, folks. No, that's not his voice. Evening, folks. You got permits for those bazookas? The thick troll puts his mouth into a comic frown. Permits? Well, give me a minute. He makes a show of patting his pockets. Nope, guess not. I must have dropped mine in the dumpster along with the last idiot who stepped up to us. Is that right? Well then, probably cracking his neck like a badass. You can almost feel Wu's cop training kick in. It's like watching a drone execute a command routine. He reaches for his rifle, brings it up quick, but it's too late. By the time it hits shoulder level, an assortment of nasty-looking ordnance is already trained on his head. Cart backs him up. She whips her arms forward, fist blazing with magical fire. Her eyes sweep the scene, darting from one figure to another. "Alright, everyone, just be cool." The thick troll's voice is casual, amused. He shakes his gun in Wu's face. A little late for that, isn't it? Here we go. Raise your weapon too. Now it's never too late to be cool. I'm cool. The troll winks at you and gives his attention to Wu. "Maybe we got off on the wrong foot just now. Something we can do for you, officer?" His mouth breaks into a patronising grin. Wu's jaw tightens, but his tone stays cool and controlled. "Looking for an old man, Raymond Black. We were supposed to meet him here. You know him?" "Mm-hmm." "Where is he?" "Easy, Duncan." "Yeah, that's right, easy, Duncan. Your friend Raymond never showed. We've been waiting for you a better part of an hour." "Who the fuck are you?" "No one you want to mess with." The old girl chimes in. Her tone is light and she's trying to defuse the situation. "We do our jobs. For money." "Keep talking." "He needed friends. The heavily armed kind. The old man hired us to take you all on a little excursion." "Hired you?" Brow furrowed. Takes a moment, looks them over. They're an odd assortment, a cybered-up troll, an orc girl with magical fetishes, a dwarf with a cyberdeck slung over her back, and a tall man standing behind them, inscrutable, all with their guns trained on Wu. Understanding spreads over the Wu's face, his jaw tightens. "You're Shadowrunners." "Mm-hmm." I have no idea who this fucking troll is. Wu's shoulders creep up, his stance tightens. This is bullshit. Raymond would never hire Shadowrunners. They're criminals. Actually, I think you'll find, sir, that we're mercenary operatives. Oh, Isabel looks cool as shit. That is very cool. The dwarf cuts in. Her voice is soft but strong. "Criminal mercenary operatives." "So yeah, you were right. Your buddy Raymond was associating with a bunch of hardened criminals." "Sorry to burst your bubble, Lone Star. Guess you didn't know the old man as well as you thought, huh?" You can read this. We tried to shake it off, but he's struggling to process the information. You can feel the heat coming off him. The runners sense it too, and they tense up tight. They're keyed on Duncan, and their guns are too big. Not too big, their guns are regular size big. The looks on their face make it clear. One wrong bead of sweat and Wu's gonna go down in a red mist cloud. Carter remains completely still. Her voice is level, moderate. She's done this before. "Let's all stay focused. No need for this to get ugly." She speaks quietly to Wu, who listens without turning. He's focused squarely on the troll. "We need to find Raymond. These are the people who can help us do that." "This was about money, right? Let's talk about the money." "I like talking about money." "The old man wanted us to take him down to Kowloon Walled City." Check her rat charming, as I said earlier. She waves a hand at the three of you. You guys too." The two large rats clinging to her hip and shoulder poke their heads out of the folds of her clothing. They fix their beady eyes on you intently. "You know the Walled City?" No, what is the Walled City?" God rolls her eyes. "It's a shithole, the worst slum in the Eastern Hemisphere. Trick clips and news stories can't do it justice." Memories grown up of the Redmond Barons flash through your mind. Yeah, it's Redmond Barons. Is it? I'm not sure if it's New York or Seattle or. I'm sure any American viewer will know where that is. It's Redmond, but it's now a Baron. Redmond Barons. We get it. It's a real bad place. Now, why would a little old man pay you to take him there? I wouldn't say. He mumbled a lot too. Just kept rambling on and on about how he had to get in. I assume this is all in Cantonese. at this point. I don't know why she had a sort of slightly Irish accent, maybe because she's a dwarf? I don't know. Under ordinary circumstances, I would never accept the gig. The Wall City is the last place I want to go, but the old man rolled up on a truckload of new yen, and you gotta eat, right? He has a terrible moustache. Wu risks a glance at you. His weapon remains trained on the Shadowrunners, but a flicker of uncertainty flies across his face. Let's say we believe you. What now? Okay, gang. I'll tell you what. We're gonna put our guns down. This when we shoot him in the face. Holy shit. Snipers? Oh, where are they? Oh. The sound of high caliber rifle shots hangs in the air, and the red dots of laser sights sweep the area. Carter the troll and the silent elf lie dead in the poor silent elf. Carter the troll and the silent elf lie dead in the winding pools of blood, their heads broken open like melons dropped from a 4-story building. The old girl screams for cover. Nightjar! Nightjar, come on, big man, talk to me. Good shot. No! No! Oh shit, this isn't good. Officer on megaphone. A voice blows out from a loudspeaker. This is the police. Lay down your weapons. Put your hands behind your head and come out where we can see you. Duncan Wu, Amelia Brooke, come out where we can see you. You have 3 seconds. Duncan crouches behind cover, his gaze locked on Carter's corpse. His voice comes out in a hoarse roar. Stand down, damn it. I'm law enforcement. Lone Star! Lone Star! He's driven deeper into cover by a howl of gunfire. Save your breath. They won't listen. Use your eyes. These bastards aren't here to make arrests. Sniper shot hits the wall next to her head, showering her in an explosion of plaster. You need to get out now. You need to do it. Everyone pipe down. Just give me a minute. The bright girl stares at the ground intently as if listening. Then her brow furrows. Her eyes go beady and her nose wrinkles up. She begins to sway back and forth, her lips moving soundlessly. She snaps out of her trance. Okay, I've got a way out. It's the end of the street. Everyone, come with me. Everyone? We don't need rent-a-cops, Gobbit. Gobbit is her name. We're the only ones. That's our extra firepower is. I've got us an exit, but we got to get past the heat, and we can't shoot our way out of this on our own. If nothing else, they can soak up a few rounds for us. Just stick to cover and keep close. There's a door down the street that leads to a back alley. That's our exit point. You fall behind, you get left behind. Sweet. Ooh, I can hacksaws this. I can hacksaws this so good. I'm gonna move up to here. I assume the door is somewhere. There's the door. Car, no. Poison fog. That's cool. And I can summon elementals. That's also pretty cool. You know what? We will do that. Ooh, that primeval. Mana arc. Mana spell the balance between the 2 closest enemies. Oh, that was cool. And Gobbit, we're gonna move Gobbit to here. Smart proximity grenade. That's what this is pretty cool. I mean, no one cares about you is because I'm also a decker. But you can, at the very least, shoot this dude. That's not good. That sniper means business. Stay in cover. Who said that? Did Wu say that? I really want to hack. Shy dwarf. Wow, what the fuck? So what spells does she have? She has aim, she has haste. Haste is very good. Poison, fog. That's pretty cool. But you can heal me. Heal, underdog. Thank you, Gobbit. I've got to hack this thing. I don't know what it does, but I must hack. Decking 2. It might be possible to use network connection on the police motorcycle to do some damage to the local network. No drones for you. You know you had drones. Lol. No, Gobbit, no. Oh shit. Semi-automatic fire on... Oh shit, fucking disappointing. You're literally a horrible shot, Gobbit. Literally the worst shot. Oh, come on, 50%. What is that guy? We're gonna haste me, so I get an extra action point. So we're gonna go... Should probably hit this dude. He's dead. Then we're gonna get here. %45 hit chance. No. Isabel, run. That's not good. Neither of those things were good. The fact that their own fire elemental won't obey them is very good, on the other hand. I quite like that. I'm a fan of that behaviour. We're going to do this. We're going to hack him from here. I'm going to hack him to... Now he's marked, so it's easy to shoot him. I don't know why. Let's heal Gobbit. So there's more guys further up there. Okay, let's... I'm gonna get these guys up as forward as I can before more people shoot at me. I think that will be our strategy. Fuck this, I'm out of here. Run through the dwarf, who's also out of here. Ladies and deckers first. Who are these guys? What is going on? This intrigue that is going on in this game. Okay, I have escaped. So I'm going to keep quiet here just in case there's another one that is cool cinematic. No, okay, there's not. The rat shaman guides you down from the doorway to... The rat shaman guides you from the doorway on the street through an eternity of winding alleys, damp sub-basements and empty buildings, stumbling through refuge and filth. You make your way into the sewers below Victoria Harbour. It reeks down here, but it's quiet. Gobbet stops, sniffs, and wipes her eyes with the back of her wrists. Her rat squeaks softly in the folds of her clothing. The dwarf watches her silently for a moment, then moves closer and gently takes her hand. In the dim light of the sewer, you can see they're nearly the same age, no more than 20, 21 tops. What were their names? She keeps her head down and tells it to the floor. The troll you were talking to was Nightjar. He was our friend. The elf was called Gutshot. Kind of an asshole, but I didn't need to see his head splattered everywhere like that. She's got a cool portrait too. Nightjar was a good guy, always had our backs. Isabel's and mine. Isabel nods in agreement. Her voice is flat. Rare to find a runner that you can actually trust. She looks to her friend. Are we clear? I think we're shaking them. Yeah, we're clear. Will begins pacing, his boots splashing in the sewer water, creating echoes down the tunnel. You can feel the tension coming off him in waves. This is bullshit. I'm done messing around in alleys and sewers. I'm done running from cops. He pokes a thumb at his chest and spits his anger forth in a raspy growl. For fuck's sake. I am a cop. We noticed. There's a Lone Star Sergeant dead back there. Damn it, she was... Who starts to choke up. He struggles against it, fighting to maintain control, but it needs a minute to recover. He finally manages to put it together, but he's raw, and when he speaks again, his voice is seething and hoarse. I don't know what the hell's going on in Hong Kong cops, but I'm calling in some Lone Star backup from home. I'm going to get some of my own people down here, and then we're going to find Raymond and figure out what the hell's going on. Whatever you say, big guy, you have fun with that. Isn't I out of here? Best luck finding your friend. Best luck, that's it. Bitch. That's right, what did you expect? We filmed some sort of posse like in your old cowboy vids? Ride out to find the killers and see justice done? We got you to safety, now we're done with this shit. We don't intend to die for you. Who isn't listening? You can see on his face that he's already written the orc girl off. Racist? Well, I know, I guess there's a lot of orcs here. A lot of orcs. He pulls his security grade PDA from its holster on his left leg and raises it and starts tapping the buttons with a meaty finger. The Lone Star logo on the back of the device looks shiny and official. He stops confused and taps it again harder. The red flashing light on the PDA reflects in his goggles. What the hell? I'm locked out of the network. My law enforcement status has been revoked. I don't believe it. This is saying there's an APB out on us, Amelia. You and me both. This bullshit. Bullshit, how do they know? How do they know who we are? How? I don't know. I don't get it. Fucking hell. This just keeps getting worse. He leans forward as if to punch the ball, his knuckles rapping against it softly, a pantomime of barely constrained rage. Suddenly he turns and slings his PDA at the far wall. It hits hard, bounces back and clatters to the ground at his feet. He looks down at it, spent. The mouse said, "Okay," to herself, eyebrows raised. And on that note, I think it's time for us to say goodbye. Come on, Isabel, let's... She's cut off by a sudden smashing noise by her friend's boot, comes crashing down on the PDA at Woo's feet. The dwarf looks at her work, unsatisfied, and brings her boot down again and again, till there's nothing left but a snarl of plastic housing, broken glass, and a circuit board. She looks up at Woo. Her chest heaving, points at the pile of scrap she created. Police issues. Police issued. They can trace you through that. She turns to you, hand out. Yours too. It's on the network. Oh man. We bury our own. Good. She looks at Gobbet's eyes and then reaches into her pocket, pull out 2 new PDAs. She hands them to you and Duncan. Burners. I suppose it's the least we could do after your help out there. Do I want snacks, or that's a good question, and I want to know, do people always carry supply burners? But I also kind of want snacks. I'm gonna go with this. Runners need to be prepared for contingencies. Isn't that right, Isabella isn't listening. She's staring open-mouthed at her own PDA, its bluish glow illuminating her horrified expression. Gobbit, we gotta go right now. They're after us too. Oh, here's shit, it's the news. Hey, breaking news, just under an hour ago, Hong Kong port authorities were involved in a firefight with members of a terrorist cell linked to the mainland state of Henan. The battle left 3 terrorists dead, along with an unconfirmed number of Hong Kong police officers. I like her cyberware as well, that's pretty cool. Your image winks out, replaced by a scowling image of Duncan Wu, a mugshot from a long time ago, before Raymond. Our sources report that Seattle is where Redmond is. Our sources report where Seattle native Duncan Wu and Amelia Brooke, along with Hong Kong-based accomplices, are still at large. They're well armed and should be considered extremely dangerous. Low-res photographs of of Gobbit and Isabel pop up on screen, replacing Duncan Wu. The colour drains out of Gobbit's face. Oh shit. Kowloon officials report that the terrorist cell known as the White Star maintains ties to the state of Henan and is purported to be receiving weapons and funding from the anti-corporate groups in the UCAS city-state of Seattle. UCAS is United Canadian and American States, I think, if memory serves. Port authorities are standing on high alert, and the Hong Kong Police Force's Special Duties Unit has been engaged to deal with the threat. We go live now to Chief Inspector Crate of the Special Duties Unit, who will be making a statement. Behind the newscaster, a video window displays the location of your firefight in Victoria Harbour. The camera pans to Chief Inspector Crate. She is surrounded by a swarm of news reporters, but appears unfazed by the attention. She speaks with supreme confidence. We have yet to ascertain the motive for tonight's attack, but it was clearly a well-planned and coordinated effort. We've already issued an all-points bulletin along with a kill or capture order for the 4 remaining terrorists, and have instructed the Special Duties Unit to make this manhunt a top priority. If you should see one or more of these individuals, do not attempt to engage them. Instead, tap in the HKPF flash code at the bottom of the screen. If you're on an authorized network and take a picture, our systems will automatically identify that in your data stream. Decker switches off the newscast and clips a PDA on a belt. For a moment there is no sound but the roar of sewer water rushing through the pipes. Gobbit bends over, hands on her knees, sucking wind. Her rats scurry for a new position. I thought we were fucked before. No, that's not right. I thought we were fucked before. But now we're well and truly fucked. We'll deal with it, Duncan, we always do. Not this time, Amelia. They've labelled us terrorists, and there's an APB out on us. I've heard this kind of announcement before. I know what comes with it. If it doesn't matter if we have nothing to do with whatever city-state, they're going to hunt us down. It's open season. And the 2 of us will be hunted right down alongside you. We got to go deep. We hit the mainland for a while until we can figure this out. Find a hole to crawl into. We got to get them off the grid too, way off. Hey Lone Star, we got a security license, right? That means you've got a SIN too. Oh shit, he's got a SIN. Of course I have a SIN. I wouldn't be able to get paid otherwise. Only criminals and lowlives go sinless. A SIN is I think it's social identity number. Yeah, that's what that is. That means you can be traced, both of you. You get spotted by a drone or a security camera, you get ID by retinal scanner, or try to use your cred stick or passport, and the HKPF will know just where to find you. I know her system identification number works. Runner. We're gonna have to burn our sins if we're gonna survive this. Got that Shadowrunner etiquette. You got that right, Seattle. These characters' voices are just all over the place. I'll settle down into voices for them eventually. We're just as screwed as you. Me and Liz, we were listed as your accomplices, and we can't afford for you to get caught. You'll lead them to us one way or another. DNA samples, things we told you, astral residue, I don't know, cop stuff. Little Decker looks from you to Wu, eyes narrowing, sizing you up. You can see her make a silent decision before she speaks. Voice flat, resigned. We need to get your sins burned. Delete from the record books. All of them. all of them. Well, wait a minute, you want us to just erase our identities? Beyond the fact that it's insane, will that even work? If we burn our sins, go off the grid like that, won't they just redouble their efforts to find us? Imagine playing a game of hide and seek with the siren strapped to your head. Would you rather try and hide with the siren, or with the siren conspicuously absent? Deleting our identities across the entire matrix sounds hard. Yes, it fucking does. It's very difficult. I can't do it. Some people can. Organisations, expert systems. We gotta ask for help. There's only one person we know who'd have that kind of pull. Let's burn us in and hide us from the cops. Kindly Cheng. Hard ass. He's definitely a hard ass. Like a walnut. She's what's known as a straw sandal, kind of a middle manager for the Yellow Lotus Syndicate, their triad. Connie Cheng controls all the illegal activity in our neighbourhood. Smuggling, bootlegging, counterfeiting. Middle management? Sounds like my kind of scum. Do not get the wrong impression. Connie Cheng is no bureaucrat. She controls a good-sized portion of Kulon's underworld. She has soldiers, resources. She's smart. And she's not to be underestimated. Taking favours from a woman like Connie Cheng is a good way to get yourself into an indentured servitude. You don't want to owe favours to a woman like that. Ideally, you don't want to deal with her at all. That was Nightjar's job. Wait a minute, you know this woman? We've only met once or twice. Nightjar was the one who worked with her. Like I said, she's got her fingers in everything, including brokering Shadowruns for the corpse. For the core, Roddy. Corpse! No, I was right the first time, for the corpse. Connie Cheng is our fixer. Just stay on the good side and you'll have nothing to worry about. Now let's get this done before any of your trips the APB and brings all hell down on us. Sorry, I sort of think Gobbit would talk like quite rapidly, because a shaman sort of takes on aspects of their totem, and rat is well, rat's a rat. Would you like to leave this location and enter the subway systems? Yes, please. Yes, I would very much like to do that. And on that note, we're gonna leave it there. I'm actually gonna read this first. You scramble up a ladder and through an accessway where the sewer system splits you out into Hong Kong Mass Transit Railway System, the MTR. Crossing the rails, you climb up to the platform and into the station. Above you is, I'm very sorry guys, Hioi, Ho, I don't know, where the Rat Shaman and Little Decker plan to plead your case to Kindly Sheng, the one woman they know who can help you with the underground and off the grid fast. Help you get underground and off the grid fast, but there'll be a price. Sheng is a triad boss whose favours tend to come with strings attached. Sounds of the waterfront at night leak down to the stairway to the surface. Peering up at the steps, you catch a glimpse of the night sky, overcast and low. And on that note, we're gonna leave it at that for now anyway. So if you sort of enjoyed this, do feel free to subscribe. Will be episode 2 Sinless will be coming soon. I'll probably be doing these mission by mission, or from load screen to load screen, however long that takes. If I get a particularly long mission, or I'm particularly bad at a mission and die a few times, I might split that in 1 or 2, or edit out all my deaths unless I say something particularly funny. So yeah, tune back in. There'll be other stuff as well coming soon. This is just the first game that's sort of come out that I thought I really wanted to stick on YouTube. So yeah, thanks for watching guys, and I hope to see you all next time.